same. No, we not looking to change. Hand on the wheel. They think we lacking the drive. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the gas. I do not care if I crash. Long as I stick to the plan. What is the plan? I cannot lie for none of you. Long as I know.
Welcome to the Basement League Show, guys. So Lenny's got some crazy game slash.
I mean, it's
not really a game.
It's not really a game. It's not really a game. It's a picking of the mind. It's a what would you do? What would you rather?
If your son's at home, come on the bedroom floor because he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sit with a man for a little bit of money because dad is gone.
In a lockdown.
I ain't got a job now.
For you, this is just a good time, but for me, this is what I call life. What would you do? Okay. Sorry. So this is a bit of a weird topic, but as you can see, your hosts have piercings, tattoos, other body modifications. No, I'm just kidding. We don't go beyond that really, but we are modified in some way.
What are you talking about? I got Botox on my balls, bro.
That is something I had no need to know.
Smooth as eggs. Goose eggs.
Jesus Christ. So we're going to talk on the subject today of like potential future body modifications with the way that technology is going. In genuine just for amputee victims and people that lose ligaments in natural or not natural accidents, but in
Natural accidents.
in occurrences and accidents such
It was
as
a natural accident.
That's not funny. I actually was. Thanks for bringing that dark past up. Wow.
I'll pass it always dark, so black.
Yeah.
Damn.
He wasn't ready.
I was not ready. Okay. So, but with future technology, as like I said, medical advancements have allowed us that if someone's in an accident and they have to amputate a limb, they have the ability to use a prosthetic. Prosthetic was introduced many, many years ago. It has now in that the original prosthetic was probably introduced 50-ish years ago, like in the I think like 7.
No, they've been having prosthetics since like they had Grace and shit.
Okay, yes, they've had but I'm talking like actual like more ligament looking ones, like having a hook at the end of an arm, not like a peg leg or some shit like that.
I mean,
I'm also being very arrogant and ignorant because I'm not too well versed in the subject, but we're a bunch of nerds. We just fantasize. We don't necessarily do our deep research. But
That's why we're here in the basement.
that's why. But prosthetics have advanced enough that you have like electronic ones and motorized ones and things that move like more natural ligaments rather than your basic prosthetic. So, where do y'all stand as our viewers? What would y'all pick? And we're gonna kind of pick our own brains about what we would choose if we could electively have a prosthetic ligament, such as an arm, a leg, whatever other body part that these two might choose to swap out. So, I mean, that going with that question, one, if you had the ability to, if technology was advanced enough and it was within the budget, would you like body modify more beyond just piercings and tattoos and such?
100%.
So, further that question, would you go generic body part like an arm or a leg, or would you get a little more in depth and like change anything else out, such as like torso, like chest, brain, so on and so forth? If you could pretty much modify any.
But if you take out your brain, it wouldn't be you. I think it'd be cool.
No, it's not like you would take out your brain. Like it would just be like
modified cortex. Modified cortex.
Yeah, modify the cortex. Okay. A fucking basically a neural interface where you're beyond your brain. You would also just have a computer. Like beyond your natural brain, you would have your core memories through your natural brain, but you would also have the thought process of like a microprocessor for a computer.
Could you imagine if you had that in your brain and you had like effectively that gave you hold on. Effectively gave you like a photographic memory.
Yeah.
But
it'd be like assisted AI basically.
But what if the storage gets full? Do you go buy expandable storage for your brain?
I imagine something like that would run off its own like network or server, whether it's private.
You need like a cloud.
But eventually,
have a-
but eventually, there's a finite amount, especially if you like have a photograph. Remember, you're recording every moment your eyes are.
I imagine it's backed up to a cloud somewhere, to like a storage.
But then when
Yeah,
that,
but that
when
cloud-
that compromise your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would be.
Someone-
it would either be private.
Someone's got to run.
That's what I'm saying. It would either be private. It would either be private server that you buy or require, that you build or acquire yourself, or it would be public server.
You think that'd be something every man could afford?
That's what I'm saying. You would have the option of public versus private.
This is really gross because we're nerds, but
all modifications.
have a new meaning to POV born.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say it, but there's definitely there's something
Y'all
there.
ever
But no,
read Ready Player 2?
no, I'm not.
They kind of get into that with like the neural uplink
Yeah.
side of that book.
There you go. I definitely.
Celebrity
I forget what
pictures
it
and
is.
stuff would be leaking.
I forget what it's called. It was basically like voyeurism.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, hey, we're not gonna get into that one now because YouTube. Anyway, I'd take probably legs.
Both or one? Since you said legs.
Both.
Plural. One, yeah, both.
Yeah.
Alright.
Have some like super fast, be able to jump really high type shit.
I dig that.
Yeah, like for not even for like fucking monetary gain, like but it's like they're doing a sport or anything, just for the fuck of it.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, but it's like I'm going to work and I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm out the fucking. It's like leave the fucking cars and run everywhere.
Yeah.
Gone, man. Freaking pop a bang and just like run. Oh my god, maybe like a direct inject bang into the leg. just and just, I don't know why I made the fart noise for that, but we're gonna go with it. But yeah. What about you? Arm,
What would you
leg,
go with? Arm, leg,
nose.
mind?
No, I would go
Heart,
and I'd want a brand new spine. All the way down, the whole new,
like an exoskeleton, but
like grafted.
I feel like you would want some like aftermarket ears because I listen to music so much. You have how to.
That's the thing. I'd want my spine because it'd go to
and
the
you can
cortex.
you can do more than one thing.
No, but I'd want it to be like
This is
where
open.
like it would control because you can control your body and stuff. Like your like stuff would be finite. Like I could play any instrument and everything. Because everybody always thinks you should have your brain, but I'm like reality is your nerve endings and stuff. Because your brain could be smart as fuck like Stephen Hawking. Your body would be a piece of shit. I want a spine.
He is
like,
definitely a rare case.
a grafted to my spine that will heal me quickly. If I were to break my arms or leg, it would send little nanites into my body and start fixing my bones to go back into my spine. It'd be badass.
Why does nobody else find it so funny?
Oh no, I'm just shocked by it more than anything. Because he's definitely a rare case where he had like a degenerative disease.
Hey, but I'm saying,
Oh, I'm a terrible
you
person.
could be the smartest person ever and just have a
Actually-
fucked up body. I want something so I can still be smart as fuck and function.
But if you had a like brain modification, whatever signals your brain sends, your body would follow.
Not necessarily.
No, because your reflexes are due to your.
If you have some kind of like computer or like neural interlink to your brain and you like basically download the process to play a piano or play a guitar, it's going to send that information to
But your fingers still need to be able to play it.
That's what I'm saying, that if it's a computer in your brain and it downloads how to play it, it would then know how to move your fingers to...
No, because it's muscle memory is different. Your body is stretched. So Nicholas lifts, he's a power lifter. So his brain can tell him, and if you weighed 100 pounds and your brain tells you can lift 300 pounds, doesn't mean your biceps and your legs and stuff can sustain the weight, correct?
That's actually false. Your brain limits you from lifting more.
Your muscles limit you from lifting.
Not necessarily. If you start thinking about if you start overanalyzing and overthinking the weight, you psych yourself out. Your brain limits you from doing more.
Yeah, but you still have to have the frame to put the weight on.
I mean, yes, don't jump above your fucking weight class, but if
That's what he's saying.
if you gradually build, but I'm saying you can still gradually build up and know, you can know in like deep down, hey, I can lift 400, I can squat 400 pounds, or I can squat 300 pounds, or whatever a weight that you squat. But you can also look at that 300 or 400 pounds and psych yourself out. And even though you know and your body is trained to squat that much, you might have an off day where you overthink it, overanalyze it, and you have no ability to pick
Yeah, but
it
I'm
up.
saying just going to get an inhibitor chip or something in your brain is not going to make you. And that's why I get mad at
Hey,
comic.
Spider-Man 2.
But that's what I'm saying. It's dumb because every comic book movie puts a chip in your brain, and all of a sudden you're able to run up walls and shit. It's not your body itself.
No, I'm not
needs
saying-
to be able to sustain.
Yes, you've still got to build that muscle memory. I'm just saying you would have the ability to. It might not sound good the first couple times you play it, but you would already have that knowledge of what keys, what notes, what places to hit on the fret if you had some kind of computer in your brain telling you.
But that's what I'm saying.
You would then perfect
it.
it
Would
by
go
having
all.
that.
Your spine goes all the way up into your brain. So that's what I'm saying. It would work the same way, but it would still have tendrils going to all of my ligaments and stuff. So that way that's what I'm saying. The spine thing would work better because it's not just a inhibitor chip that you would have to build the muscle. You'd be able to build the muscle with nanites coming down and building the muscle. You still have to make your body do what your brain says. I can get on a skateboard and I know how to do a 360 flip. My brain, I've done it a trillion times in my life, but I'm overweight, I'm older, and my body is failing. If I get on there, I'm gonna bust my ass. Even though I know I can do the movement in my brain.
That's just knowing your limits.
But that's what I'm saying. Having an inhibitor chip would say I can, but it wouldn't make my body do it. So you would need something to make your make your body move to do it.
It's kind of a yes and no thing though, because if your brain knows you can do it, knows the mechanics of how to get it accomplished, it would tell your body how to how to move and work through those mechanics.
Man, you are such a Star Wars fan because you're that's some Force shit. The Force would help me move my body. I'm
no, but that's
scientifically speaking.
That's the truth of it all, is that everything comes from a
I don't know, because that's okay, so if you program something into your brain, if I put headphones on your head.
Think of it like the Matrix. He literally doesn't know any kung fu, gets something programmed into his brain that now he knows kung fu, and he was able to go through the motions. That's really how. I'm not saying that he would go through them well. It would take, but the practice time would be significantly less. You would still have to, I guess, regularly go through the motions. Yeah. But you would know those technical motions. You would know the technical side of it. You would then fine-tune the technical side of it by further practicing it and by further doing it, or continuously doing it.
Yeah, but then wouldn't that just be regular ass practice? Why do you need a brain chip?
It would just be faster. It would be a sped up process. Instead of months of practice, it would be a day or two. Your brain would know how to technically do it, and then your fine skills motor functions would tune up the rest to then have it be perfected, and it would just be in a shorter period of time. I'm not saying it would be instantaneous. It would just be in a shorter period of time.
Still comes back to what he was saying about training and getting yourself back.
But your spine ain't gonna do any shit.
Dude, did you not listen to the awesomeness of the spine?
No, the spine,
because to me, just made, I don't know. You guys down in the comments said, would it be better to have something that forces your body into the ability to do something? Because it's literally would send down nanites and build the muscle. If I had to lift a car, I would calculate the car's weight. I'd put my hands underneath there, and my brain would literally tell my body, "This is what you need to do." Stop right there
and repeat that. Your brain would tell your body what to do,
and my spine would then force my body to do it. But because then I would be able to, because my body, I'd have enough muscle mass, my bone structure, I'd reform my bones to lift it up. That's what I'm saying. You need something to force your body to be able to do it, like Venom. Bane knew. If he can get Batman, he can break that motherfucker. But he needs a way to get through Batman's arsenal to do it. So Venom is that way of doing it.
That's just enhancing the muscle, but
that's what you need. Boom.
Girls, you're both pretty. Let's move on.
But your brain doesn't your spine doesn't control muscles and nerves and shit. Your brain controls muscles and nerves.
Yeah, we just entered the nerddom part of the geekdom.
And you even said it yourself. Your mind would tell your body how.
But you would need something to make your body go.
Yeah, it would all be coming from the mind.
I feel like I'm out of frame in this one because I feel like I leaned over.
I don't know. It should be pretty in frame.
I hope you're like slowly gradually, because then I'm gonna put in there
I'm not
like
trying to shut you.
I'm gonna like put like an arrow of it like a race scene, but we're out of frame, like a turtle slowly walking.
That'd be amazing if you just incorporate that.
Slowly
That'd be so amazing.
And I'm
Let's see
not
him getting
trying to.
further
Sorry,
away.
I want to step that back. I'm not
You
trying
call it
to.
the pick tracker.
I'm not trying to. Why did you do that?
Are you okay?
Yes.
We gotta include that.
Fuck
It's
you.
gonna happen
Fuck
again.
you for being short. It hit me first.
I don't even know how that was.
All right, we're still in the moving process, guys.
It fell down.
I'm not trying to. By the way, I'm not trying to like shut you down. I'm just like I'm thinking
Oh,
like
sweet Jesus. Oh,
I might just be analyzing it too much. But that
like
was also
sweating.
that was
That was
also
so
good
funny.
conversation right there. Ow, though that was a lot more dense than I thought it would be.
I
Thank God
can't
for
say
me.
that what I was gonna say because I don't want monetization.
You don't take away our sweet.
Yeah,
That's what
like,
she said.
Sweet cash.
My sweet cat.
Okay, here's one. Here's one.
Well, I haven't even said what I would modify.
No, because you made fun of my spine one, went into that thing.
I wasn't making fun of it. I was just saying,
I'd want
like your
I want like Bender's hands.
Ooh.
Okay.
What about the devil's hands? Robot devil.
robot devil.
He can play a mean fiddle.
He could play me.
Okay, I want the robot devil's hands.
Random from random thing for that scene where Fry got his hands bitten off by the Tyrannosaurus at the petting zoo.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How can you do hands, Fry?" He's like, "They're great. I'm gonna break them in tonight."
They're great guys. I'm gonna break them in tonight. They keep touching myself.
In places.
In places.
Oh.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh, the
Future.
devil.
We still have to have Future episode because that's the greatest fucking show ever made.
It
really is.
It really was.
It
Like
is.
it's very underrated for the like type of humor that it actually was.
It's timeless, and they're making another season, which I have mixed feelings about.
I have a lot of.
I need to
Mixed feelings in my heart
rewatch
about that.
Futurama.
It's
been a
always
while.
it's always good to just rewatch Futurama. I highly recommend. I watch at least twice a year.
Yeah, but they gotta have 3 fingers. I want like 5.
What are you even doing with your other 2 fingers? Be honest here.
Playing
They have
like the
4.
guitar.
They have 4 fingers.
Bender has 3 fingers.
Yeah, Bender and the Robot Devil has 3.
I mean, apparently ODB can catch a football with 3 fingers, so you really only need 3.
There you go. See.
You can throw a baseball with 3 fingers. You can hold things with 3 fingers.
Yo, chopsticks 3 fingers.
You can hold chopsticks with 3 fingers. You can do pretty much anything with only 3 fingers. Well, 2 fingers and a thumb. Thumb's not technically a
It's a
finger.
phalange.
It's a phalange.
Phalange. All right, what would you have?
I would probably go hands. I don't know why. I feel like legs are. I don't know, man. Like, cause actually, he made a good point about legs. Like, it's less like it. I guess it'd be like less tiring, like walking upstairs and doing like leg physically demanding things, like jumping and running and whatnot.
Exactly.
Oh, that really fucked me up a little bit. Because I don't know, like, it'd be cool to update the brain and, like, be able to have, like, deeper, like, crazier fucking thought. And
That's
have,
what
like,
DMT is
and
for.
have a computer. Yes, that is what DMT is for. We've all been there, done that. But, well, maybe not all of us. I don't know. I don't speak for all 3 of us at the table.
Same things.
No, I think I'd still stick with arms. I don't know why. Like, big Star Wars fan. Yes, I know there's people with fake legs and whatnot, but the
Like
idea.
Vader's missing all of his
Yeah,
extremities.
Vader is missing all of his extremities.
Man, he's so. That suit is
angry.
awful. Suit is literally
that's-
designed to just make him angry
That
so
is
he
the
gets
funniest-
more powerful.
No, that's actually it. Like, Palpatine gave him a very outdated suit so that it prods him and pokes him and is is physically uncomfortable so that it fuels his anger.
So is his suit like penance?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Essentially.
Jesus.
He has have you watched Kenobi yet? They actually show
I haven't watched episode 4 yet.
I think they show him in episode 2 or 3.
They do.
Too, they do.
Where he's getting all the shit put on him and
Yeah.
you see it like prodding into his skin and whatnot. Like
And then
you
his
see it-
burns are so bad that you
extra-
can't itch him.
He has like nodes that were just basically put into his body because it would help the suit because it was an outdated suit. Yeah, no. He gets put in a
outdated.
far outdated suit because it would be physically uncomfortable, and therefore it, like, you know when you got like an itch you can't scratch and it becomes like irritating and like maddening and you get angry over it a little bit.
You never decide to blow up a plant.
Well, imagine that itch like all over your body though, like consuming your entire, or what's left of your physical body.
That's more extreme.
Can we just go back to the fact that Vader literally blew up his daughter's adopted parents? Like, that's the biggest flex of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't know it was his daughter at the time, but yeah, he blew up her fucking whole planet.
But what if he did know and he just didn't give a fuck? Because he's like, yeah, bitch.
that would be something very Vader.
That is some Vaderistic shit. That's some dark side shit.
It would be,
that's a good
but
word.
he doesn't even find out that Luke is his son until somewhere between A New Hope and what's it called, Empire.